Yo, I don't know who needs to hear this, but as I was reading Matthew 13, verse 53 to 57, quick background. Jesus is in his hometown in Nazareth, and he's preaching in their synagogue, and the people there, they were just astonished. They were just like, wow. And if we all know, Nazareth was his hometown. And as he's preaching and he's just dropping knowledge and wisdom on the people, and the people just started saying, see, these were people that knew him, people that watched him grow up. So they started saying, like, man, where did he get this wisdom from, basically? And isn't this the carpenter's son? Isn't he Mary's son? Isn't he whose brothers are James, Joseph, Simon, and Judas? Isn't his sisters all here with us? Where did he get all these things from? And they were so offended in him. And Jesus basically said, hey, man, a prophet is not without honor save in his own country and his own house. So basically what the people were saying, like when they questioned, they were unable to accept Jesus, whom they had known as a son of the carpenter, someone that they grew up with. And now he was claiming all these wisdom and performing all these miracles, right? They were astonished at his teachings and miracles, but instead of being amazed in faith, they were offended and skeptical. So they asked him those same questions. Isn't Mary your mom? Aren't you the carpenter's son? Aren't your sisters such and such? Aren't your brothers such and such? Where did you get all these things? In other words, they were telling him, like, who do you think you are? We've known you your whole life. You just the son of the carpenter. How can you become more than that? So they were basically just putting Jesus in a box because they felt like they know him and he couldn't be more than what they known him to be, right? They just couldn't accept that someone they saw as ordinary could now be claiming extraordinary things, right? Their rejection was just rooted in their inability to reconcile Jesus's past with the person that he was now. So another, they couldn't reconcile this new version of him because of their old image of him being the carpenter's son and nothing more. So how do we apply this? So I don't know who really needs to hear this. It's like plenty of times, right? Plenty of times, people refuse to see you for who you actually are now, right? They only see the scars of your past trauma, right? It feels like no matter how much you've grown, they can't look past what you've been through. They can't look past the mistakes you've made. They can't look past the pain that you've carried. They are so stuck on that old version of you. And quite frankly, sometimes they're offended at the person that you've become. And that's why some of them will make that certain comments like, oh, you don't do us no more, or you think you better than us, or you don't know us little people anymore. Because to them, they want you to always be that broken, lost person, no matter how much you've healed. I know it's painful when others, try to define you by your past and not by who you are now. So all I'm going to tell you, man, is don't let that judgment control you. Don't let that judgment control you. Your journey, your healing, your growth, they are real. They are real even if they refuse to see it. And just like Jesus, he was rejected by the people who knew him best. You might face that rejection or even resentment for daring to rise above what others think that you'd be. So in other words, you're supposed to be who they think you're going to be or who your past was. You're not supposed to be more than that. But the truth is, their perception of you, it doesn't define your reality. You're not the trauma you've been through. You're not the person they choose to keep you at. That's not who you are. Jesus has transformed you now. It's valid, even if they can't or won't see it. So keep walking in the strength of Jesus. Keep Jesus at the forefront. Keep working on your spiritual growth. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep prioritizing God, man, and keep moving forward. Don't try to live up to anyone's limited view of you. And plus, you're not here to show up as you're not here to validate anybody's opinion of you. That's not what you're here for. You're here to further the kingdom of God, and that's all that you need to be concerned with. So it doesn't matter if they feel like, how dare you for rising more than what we said that you would be. Just remember, they did that same thing to Jesus. And that's why all you need to do is keep looking to Jesus.